Good day viewers, this is a Austrian made Nissan fuel filter. Interesting thing about these modern fuel filters, I've already taken it all apart here on camera. There's a little sensor in there, not a sensor, like a one-way flow valve here. There you go, the arrow indicating goes this way. That was like a return. There's a little bypass in there. Another little valve in there. Now the interesting part about these types of filters is there's a little, this little thing here was in the bottom. And these little electrodes are sticking out. Basically what happens is when there's water in your diesel, it will slightly be conductive in here. And trigger this little sensor, which sends a signal to your computer, which I think, this particular vehicle, I think it just has a warning light and either shuts the, I think it stops it from running or stops it from starting, I can't remember. So you could actually pour water in through your engine, and then if they spend ages cranking it to get the water out. They're just like it probably just runs a warning light or something, a water warning system. Made in Germany. You have 3 pins there for 2 electrodes, so one's probably not used or a sense return or something. And that was obviously in there. You're not supposed to undo these all the way, and there was a nut inside there. Once you undo this sort of way, the nut falls in, you might get it back in. But what it actually is, you just crank it, so just undo it a tiny bit, and that drains your, it's like a bleed the system, bleeding your water out that may be in there. You're supposed to hold this bit and undo this off this part here. So it's been a bit too tight and the whole thing came out. That's where the water would come out when you get the water out of your system there. There's a inner filter in there. Basically that just snapped in. Like that. And there was like a little guard, it was just stuck over there so nothing hits it and breaks it off. Yeah, a little nut for that's actually rattling around in there. But pretty interesting. Here's an electronic ballast, aka inverter, for a mercury vapor light, or HID light. That mains in 4 kV out of these two. That's the must strike the to strike the ignition of the mercury, and then it actually acts as a ballast after that once the light starts to light up and warm up. I doubt I'll be able to draw arcs of this thing, I'll just go pop, even though it already is popped. I don't know what died on this. Probably it was something stupid like a chip or something, got some maybe a surge or a spike. And that's the actual transformer there, I think, yeah. That's the 4 kV, it's like a flyback that. That's the actual 4 kV output, that one. Another one there. Little transformer there. So one of these must act as a choke or something. Maybe it's that one. I have to look at the board, and the schematic will probably tell me. Main filter capacitor, 46 week of 2012. That's when this actual capacitor was actually installed on this. 105 degrees Celsius too, it's a high rated one. It's a Rubicon, 22 microfarad, 250 volt. It also says 95 degrees Celsius. It's actually rated for 105 degrees Celsius. That's actually quite a good cap. I've got some little goodies on here. Little surface mount. MOSFETs, they'll be what drives these transformers. And one of these will be what drive the MOSFETs. IRF 830S. International Rectifier. That's the make of them. Look like a special Xena diode there. Another one there. There's a board on the bottom, it's a heatsink. Look what's on the bottom here. Under those screws, there'll be some surface mount components. That's a electrically isolated, this heatsink. Little heat transfer silicon pads where the parts are likely to get hot, so the MOSFETs. We've got some standoffs on the screws, and they're the yeah, they're connected, so they're earthing points. Only this one is connected somewhere on the top, so It's a grounding plane that only connects to this mains earth input. That's it. So that's where mains earth goes in, which grounds to the machine it was bolted onto. Some small components, so they don't look physically popped, but electronically one of them would be. Magic or something there, behind there. There you go. Make Magnatech. The date code on the board, 39th week of 2012. Interesting. Thanks for watching.